Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode. As you can see, we have a very special guest. Finally turned on his computer for once. Thank you for being here, my friend. Nice to have you here. How are you today?
Enjoying working from home, obviously.
So working from home. Well, thank you for being here, my friend. So guys, we have a lot to talk about. There's a lot of action. A lot of announcements. I was actually, thanks to William, I had no idea that the Spider-Man was already out and shipping. So I pre-ordered mine today. I also ordered, well, I ordered mine today. It's shipping today. I ordered my, or at least tomorrow. I ordered my Wenwu suit version as well, which I'm very excited about. Super excited about. I was hoping to get them a little bit cheaper, but it is what it is. What are you gonna do? William, so what has been going on with you? Tell us what's been going on in your life of collecting.
Nothing, because I'm not a collector. You make, you make that clear every day.
He said I'm not a collector. Ah, man, that's bad.
I'm just, having fun with my little side projects.
Guys, if you ever need a figure for 120, he's your man right here.
Yeah, my thrift storing for 1/6 scale.
My thrift store.
If you pick up a figure for like $50, you don't feel bad about, hey, let's try to,
Mess it up.
put up to electricity and see if I can, make it different.
Oh my god, that's fun. Oh, so wait. So that's how you did the what was it? That light up figure that you just had.
What, the Ghost Rider?
The Ghost Rider.
Yeah, I wanted
you use
light up.
Wait, what figure did you use?
It's the Agent of Shield's Ghost Rider.
No, but you ruined another figure to make that one.
No.
Oh, I thought you did. Okay, that's what I was like. What is he doing?
Well, the jacket might be ruined, but
yeah, I figured something happened.
The zipper doesn't want to be a zipper anymore.
The zipper doesn't want to be a zipper. Oh man, see, I can't mess with my figures like that. I cannot. However it comes, that's how it's staying. I'll tweak it, depending. But very, very minor, tweaks. Not
you take the leaving it how it comes, literal, where they're all just
they're firm.
Like, this ain't even a museum pose. This is in the box.
I know. If I had room, they would all be in boxes, displayed in the box. All right, let's see who's in here real quickly. We got 4 in here. Come on, guys. This is the biggest channel. It like cracks up in my face. Unreal.
Yeah. Well, you're the biggest channel with obviously the biggest guest star of all time that everyone knows.
The biggest non-collector in the community.
Yeah.
All right, so we got Joker J in the house. How are you, my friend? Welcome. Thank you for being here. Nice to see you. Slugget16, my friend. Good afternoon, Fabs and fellow collectors. How are you, my friend? Thank you for being here. Wenwu. Is it Wenwu? Oh, man. Tweet Electro's crown right into it. I wasn't trying to tweak that crown. It just broke on me.
Broke Electro's electricity?
As soon as the figure got here, I open it, I go to put the mask on, and literally the leg just goes boop. And I was like, no, but it still works. I still have it. So I messaged the guy from Toys for Kiddos. I said, hey, I broke this thing. He goes, well, mail it back. I'll get you a new one. Can you imagine mailing that little thing back for what? So I said, you know what? I said, I'll find one later on eBay. I'll just buy the thing. Like I said, it still works. It sits on his face, no problem. But it is broken. I tried gluing it. I tried doing everything to this thing. Nothing worked. So I said, you know what? I'm just going to leave it alone. I still got the little broken piece. I tried to glue it. It didn't work. Maybe if I do the epoxy putty, that'll probably.
I was going to say plastic epoxy will
Oh, plastic epoxy.
It'll make a mess if you don't know what you're doing, but it'll make it never move again.
No, I did that with the Joker with the broken ankle. That thing is in a cast right now. That is not moving anywhere. That is like that forever. We got Liam in the house. How are you, my friend? Welcome. Thank you for being here. Slugging says, "Hey Fab, you think Toys for Kiddos will have more spider?" Well, so I ordered mine immediately because again, William told me I didn't know they were up. And as soon as I ordered it said, obviously it said sold out. But I think he's getting more. If you guys would like to know if he's getting more, message him on Instagram. He always responds. But I think he should be able to get, more. That the reason why it's sold out is because I ordered mine, and I'm assuming he only gets like one of those, exclusive pieces at a time. I don't think you'll stock 4 or 5 or anything like that. So it makes sense. I'm assuming that he lives in Hong Kong. He just goes over and gets them.
Well, he had a week too because I got mine before you.
So I was gonna say. So as soon as I ordered mine, I was like, oh my God, I hope William ordered his because it sold out immediately. So that's why I was going to ask you too, and I forgot. So yeah, so he definitely will. So clearly he had 2 in stock, so he does keep at least a couple. So yeah, so just hold on or at least message him and see what he says. Black Knight, I got the D100 Batman. I'm still getting hit. Still getting hit. I love that figure. I don't care what anybody says. The bats are the coolest part of that figure. I really like the colors. At first, I had a problem with the black behind it. I love the thing in here. Did you get that or no? Oh yeah, you did get it, and you don't want it. Wait, what? Why?
Still sealed.
Yeah, why don't you want it?
I really just don't want a Bale Batman. And
you don't have any of them, not even a black one.
Nope. I've had the Armory one in the past.
The Armory one. What's the Armory one? The OG?
Looks like the DX12.
The old one, yeah.
Yeah, the Armory with Alfred and Bruce.
Right. Yeah, okay.
I had that one for a little while, and it's just how I've had 7 Ledger Jokers by now. Different companies, different ones, just
yeah.
And now I have the one that I made, and it's just like.
What do you think of that whole J&D thing with another Joker?
Well, I'm sure it'll look nice, but it's when you get into the price point with shipping and everything else. Kit was saying it's about a G for one figure,
and that's like the bottom tier too, right?
Yeah, and then the 2 head deluxe bendable finger one is after shipping $2K, and it's okay. You compare that to how we were talking about earlier, the Wolverine that we're going to talk about, and that price point, it's a dozen figures or one figure.
Right.
Which one? And it's not a whether quality over quantity. It's just which one will make you happier as a quote not collector like me. Then it's when I already have a Joker that I made for less than 100. And it actually has a rooted sculpt and doesn't look too bad, then not bad in my opinion, but it doesn't have magnet feet falling over, it is what it is, and I can easily get my money back if I wanted to, move it.
Right.
But right now it's with my other Joker sitting on the couch playing cards. If you haven't seen that picture.
I think I did.
Yeah, but I know they're picking Joker just because, it is a figure that has proven that it sells.
Right.
And, every company, if they have the same figure done in their way, then it'll be, just like the Hot Toys to InArt side-by-side comparison, then it's going to have InArt Hot Toys and J&D or Artisan Hot Toys all in a row. And then it'll be you have X, Y, and Z, this one's better, obviously, because it costs more money. Right. Not necessarily. It's
right.
It's just how you saw with those pop-up pictures of Artisan Joker. If you don't take care of it and don't store it properly.
Yep.
Like, I got silicone fingers, and it's going to be somebody in Florida, and it'll be like, the fingers rotted off.
Right.
100% humidity, homie.
Correct.
Like,
Correct.
what were you expecting to?
Correct.
Your bookshelf is like pointed directly toward the window, and now it's it melted like The Exorcist, and it's like, what are you doing?
Right. That's why, like, I don't know how what's the word? How logical that would be. You know what I mean? Like, I don't have a problem with humidity. I don't have a problem with temperature.
Yeah.
Many people do, and it's a real problem. Materials get ruined, the pleather flakes, the rubbers, dry out, they crack, all that stuff, which is why I never really care for silicone anything. Like, I don't go looking for that. It doesn't bother me. It doesn't faze me. The problem, I think, is going to be that they're very expensive, and is it really worth it? Is paying $2,000 for whether it's one or two figures or one figure with two head sculpts, whatever they're trying to do, whatever they're thinking of doing. I feel like they're putting themselves in a place or in a position to be looked at as literally the best, if not the most exotic, right? I think that is what they're trying to do. I don't know anything about their statues. I don't know anything about how they run that business at all. So I don't know what their price points are for statues. I don't know the scales that they make. I don't know the quality of that stuff, right? I don't know anything about statues whatsoever. But them having that mentality of coming in at $1,000 right off the bat, specifically with what's going on with, in art, like you mentioned, and Hot Toys making their Joker. It looks like J&D is getting into silicone stuff, right? And I think that's where the big change or the big jump in price comes in, right? Everything's silicone. And, you just assume, well, it looks better. It's more realistic. It's got, I don't know if you guys saw the movement of the neck. I was like, get the hell out of here.
Yeah.
That was the coolest thing I've ever seen on a figure. That thing went whoop, and it was perfectly fine on the neck. I was like, what? So things like that are very, very cool. Is it worth $1,000? Not to me.
Well, it's the same thing as the Tesla principle, where it's like, you can buy an electric car, and first, all the Teslas, when they were coming out, they were like six figures basically, just because it's, hey, it's a status symbol. It's look at me.
Correct.
It's just like when iPhone first came out. If you didn't have an iPhone, it's like, oh, you're poor. And you know exactly what I'm talking about. The
absolutely,
iPhone,
absolutely.
it was like, if you had money, you had an iPhone. And then, I had a flip phone for years. And, I finally got an iPhone, when they started lowering the prices and doing the deals with the contracts and all that crap.
And not only that, but I don't know if you remember when they were making cheaper versions of the iPhones for people to be able to afford them. So they were giving you like the whatever C. So it was like the color one that was cheap and plastic and whatever.
Yep.
For people to afford. I remember that. I never owned an iPhone because I'm straight, but
well, that's exactly what's going to happen with J&D. It's going to be, look at my thing. Yeah. I obviously have money, and poor people don't.
You peasants don't, right?
And it's not necessarily going to be that in reality, but that's how the fake online presentations of people is going to be like, look at me, I have this.
And then not only that, but look at me, I have this, the best figure in the world, because that's what's going to happen. It could be crappy, it could have its flaws, and the only thing you're going to hear is how great and amazing it is, because nobody wants to be the first idiot spending $1,000 or $2,000 with a crap figure. It's just that simple. So I would be very surprised if anybody says anything negative about that figure after paying all that money.
unless it ends up being like the Grogu jaw on the Hot Toys.
Oh yeah.
Where it was like, oh look, it ripped
Yeah.
right out the box. Like, huh?
That's scary. That's very, because how do you fix that? You know, obviously you get a replacement, but it's like,
Yeah.
man, like, you know, these pieces are already super limited. Where are they coming from? Who are you buying them from? You know, I from what I hear, I think Spec Fiction is like the one location that everybody's like, oh, you know, probably there. But you know, Kit, I'm assuming maybe. But they're like making this very, very, very exclusive, which again, I feel like that's where they want to, you know, put themselves, you know, on a pedestal. They want to be looked at as, you know, we're even better than Hot Toys because of what we're making, because of what we're charging. I don't think silicone's, you know, worth it, but we'll see. We'll see. We'll see what happens with that. We got the Hot Toys Nightmare. How are you, my friend? Thank you for being here. Welcome, welcome back. Black Thumb Crew says, I don't get how people are so hyped about the J&D Joker. People already complain about the silicone is breaking the same. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. I can tell you this right now. I will never. I will spend $1,000, which whoever owns a Hulkbuster pretty much did, right? On a no, you didn't. Oh, you paid what? 500? I forgot.
Yeah, I did.
So, you know, whoever got. Let me rephrase. Whoever got this at release paid almost $1,000, right? But I justify $1,000 Hulkbuster because of what it is. It's a huge, huge piece. The weight, you know, the fact that you could put a whole 1/6 scale figure inside of it, you know, the articulation, the detail, the movement, everything about it, right? So $1,000, you know, it was like $8, whatever it was. Plus tax and shipping, I justify that all day long. To get a regular 12-inch, 13-inch, 14-inch figure for $1,000, I don't care if it's made out of gold. It is not worth $1,000, at least for me. You guys, whoever can afford that, God bless. I hope you enjoy it. I hope it never cracks. I hope it's the best figure in your collection. But that's a lot of money, you know, to be spending on stuff like that. Especially, again, like you mentioned, Black Tom Cruise with the cracking and the drying out and all. Like, why would you spend all this extra money on something that it's going to be very, very risky to own over time?
But are you buying one to do the comparison?
See, the thing is, that's the thing. Who's having it? Who's selling it? If I could figure out a way to get one, I would like to get like the top one, like the $2,000 one. If I'm going to do it, I'm going to go all out and get, you know, to see what the differences are going to be, right?
Well,
to see why this is
of what Kit said was that they weren't limiting numbers per se, where it was
something like 50, 100, and like 150 or something like that.
I'll look and see what Kit said. Because he was putting out information when everyone was going, you know, poo-poo crazy, like they're actually all going to drop 2K on something.
Exactly. I don't think many people. You will see some, but I don't think many will do that.
You know, unless people are using it as a tax write-off. I could do that.
Like me. Dirty white boy here. You can be poor, just not poor and fat. This guy. He said not poor and fat. Tully in the house. Welcome, my friend. How are you? See, the first person shows up and always says hit the like button right here. The first one and the only one, always and forever. Tully in the house. Carlito, welcome, my friend. Thank you for being here today. Welcome, welcome. How are you guys? Nice to see you. Nice to see you. Yeah, there's no justifying the price for that. Yeah, no, I mean, and it looks amazing, right? It looks incredible. I don't doubt that it'll be an incredible figure, but it looks like, you know, it's gonna be painful. Mr. Mom, welcome. I got no issues with J&D. This is just another tier of collecting for a specific breed of collectors who want the best of the best. Yeah, well, you know, I only collect premium, so in art for me. Tragedy Tales, let's go. How are you, my friend? Welcome. And he said it, I just hit the like button. Thank you, my friend. Thank you. Payton, welcome. How are you, my friend? Thank you for being here. He said
The like button is the one that looks like this, right?
the what? The what?
The
Yeah,
like button.
the one that faces your wiener. Exactly. So all right, so guys, so we're gonna get started because we have tons and tons and tons to talk about. Matt Planner, how are you, my friend? Thank you for being here as always. J&D Joker looks great. Yeah, exactly. It looks amazing. The figure looks beautiful, but is that worth that money? Not to me. I tell you that. All right, William. So
Yes.
we know that, well, I know that you ordered this guy today. And like I said earlier, thanks to you, I ordered mine as well because I didn't even know that this was out for pre-order for, you know, for shipping already. I had no idea. I thought it was you know, it was going to be out in like a couple months. I knew it was going to be out soon because it's an easy figure for them to make, and like, as you guys can see, there's not much to it. What made you want to buy this figure specifically? What about it where you're like, oh man, I need it?
It's just the classic costume. You know, it's, to me, it looks like you just merged the comic book, the cartoon together, and I just wanted it because, you know, it's just, I have one Tom Holland right now, my churro Spidey, and
This guy.
and one Miles Morales, and you know, if I got like Tobey Maguire, then I would want Andrew Garfield as well. Then all of a sudden I have like 15 Spider-Man, and so with this, you know, I like the promo pictures that they put out. You know, the camera, the reflecty lenses.
You do like these?
Yep, not all of them look like that though. When you look at the unboxing,
Correct. No, there's only one that's chrome, right? But I'm saying, do you like that chrome one?
Yeah.
Yes, yeah, I don't know.
There's a couple comic book covers and stuff that it like directly references.
Oh, I got you. So it is from somewhere.
Yeah, but and being able to get an actual image reflected in it is a fun thing for me from a photographer perspective.
Right. Oh, I see what you're saying, to get like cool pictures out of that reflection.
Yeah, and it's just like a unique thing to this one figure, and hopefully it's not something that they just keep regurgitating with other Spider-Man.
Right, reusing the same style.
Yeah, and it's like, you know, the camera is, you know, a fun little thing, and I know it's, you know, it's just a little camera, but it's just, I like it.
Cool. That's what I liked about it. That was the first thing I said. We've never gotten a camera accessory for any, not, you know, any Spider-Man, pretty much any figure, really, if you think about it. So I liked it immediately.
Somebody on a Collector Joey's stream yesterday said Scarlet Spider had a camera.
Yes.
Yeah,
he did.
And I wasn't aware of that because I missed out on Scarlet Spider.
Yeah, he did. I forgot about that. Yeah.
And it was like, okay, all right. I missed the camera. And when I saw the unboxing video that the guy put up today, and I was like, okay, this is going to be like the Arena Suit Fett. It's out. And they just weren't, you know, announcing it yet, that it was out. And when I saw that it was actually on stock on Toys for Kidults, I was just like, all right. I don't have to fight Sideshow on this. I don't have to fight the queue. That was my nail in the coffin, that it was like, I can just peacefully check out.
Yep.
And not
worried, not stressed. Yep.
And not be like, oh, I'm 10,000 in line, even though I was here immediately.
Right.
So yeah.
No, so that's why I told you guys, you know, that website is great. You don't have to worry about what do you call it, pre-ordering anything, you know, locking your money in. Obviously, you know, I don't think he's got many, you know, pieces at any given time, but that's what it is. It's just, you know, in and out. There, the figure is available. Boom, buy it, done. Don't forget to use the coupon code FabsFigures or when you shop. But it's so nice to be able to just check out and be done. You know, William. Now, anything regarding the actual figure, meaning, you know, as you can see, they're showing you the articulation. They're showing you the material. As you can see, you know, he's got that thick rubber, not rubber, that thick material, and then you got the cloth. Anything about the figure that you think will be any better than anything previous to this, in any way, shape, or form.
The thing that intrigued me is it looks like the mask is connected.
It is.
And so from a seamless standpoint, it'd be the first one in my collection where the head isn't removable. So you have that.
So you're talking about like the video that they showed you where they turn the head and it's still attached to the back of the neck, like it's all one piece moving.
Yeah, it's more
natural.
Yeah, it's how it as somebody myself who owns several Spider-Man costumes, because I do the whole cosplay costuming stuff in one of my other hobbies. It's the mask moves with you,
right?
and it's this one is specifically designed not to be able to make it Peter Parker,
right?
But I really like that little midget Green Goblin. I don't
know.
Yeah, it's like Ant-Man when when he comes real small, and it's like you could do the force perspective. I have a Christmas ornament that I could actually go grab over there from back in the day, where it's a Hallmark one, and Spidey's literally swinging, and it has a mirror box behind it that you light up, and it has this little itty bitty Green Goblin inside it.
That's awesome.
And it makes it look like he's way back behind him, in New York City. And it's, I don't know, call it nostalgia, call it, just a throwback to other fun stuff. That's exactly, I think, why they used multiple Spider-Man fonts, where it's like, oh, it's this cartoon, this comic book, and it's like it has a little bit of each of them. And just like the web shooters that are on the outside of the costume, that was from one of the cartoons, but obviously they're removable, so you can have it look like the other cartoon.
Right. That's sick. Now, question for you: what was the price again on this? Was it like 400?
It was something like that after all in.
Yeah, it was like four and change. It was definitely over 400. Joker J.
I didn't pay for the expedited shipping, so you'll definitely have yours before me.
Oh no, I neither did I. Mine was free shipping.
Oh, okay.
To pay $60-something to get it in 3 days, I'm good. You know what I mean? Like that is not that important to me. my channel is not about making day one videos. If I get them, I get them. But if it's not, I don't need to overpay for that shipping. If what is that going to do for me? Nothing. If my channel was about those videos, that day one stuff, then absolutely.
But if it's 300 on Sideshow, which we don't even know what Sideshow's price point is yet, after tax and shipping, you're at $350.
Right.
And I'll pay $50 to be at the front of the queue.
Oh, absolutely. No, that's worth it. And that, in that respect is 100% worth it. Now, looking at the accessories as you see here, so you got the webbings, you got the hands, you got the diorama stand, you got the eyes, you got the web shooters, you got the camera, and you got the web wings, right?
Yep.
Do you think all of these accessories, all of these things that come with the figure justify that price point of $440?
Not necessarily the accessories, but it's just the exclusivity of it, where it's limited markets, limited numbers, and I've been watching the reselling market already on Miles Morales 2.0 selling for over 400.
Really? That's like the one that nobody wanted.
Well, it's still sold out. Well, it's not available from US retailers.
Oh, I gotcha. Okay. Yeah, no, because it's still available on Toys for Kiddos. It's available everywhere.
Yeah, for around the same price point.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that. See, I thought it was a figure that like nobody really wanted because, nobody really wanted. Hold on. Oh, I see the Green Goblin in the back. That's sick.
Yeah, and there's little buildings that you can't really see, but unless you're actually looking at it, because it's mirrored. But
that's awesome.
Yeah.
So question: how would you display these web shooters? The animated ones or the regular ones?
I would probably go with the animated ones for how I'm gonna have it displayed, just to break up the color a little bit.
Yep.
because he will be in the same cube as Churro Spidey. And so, Churro Spidey has on the hoodie from the web ride at Avengers Campus, so he already looks different and he's shorter.
Oh wow!
I do have the comic book head on him right now, so the eyes will be similar.
Oh, sick!
But yeah,
do you have any of these Spider-Mans here?
Nope. Like I said, all I have is Churro and a Miles Morales, but the Miles is
Bodega Cat?
Young Rich.
Oh, Miles. Which one did you get?
The Into the Spider-Verse black costume with the hoodie and all that stuff.
Yeah, look at that. How beautiful does this look?
Yeah.
Can you imagine? You know how special whoever owns all these must be?
You mean you?
He said, "What do you mean, you?" Can you imagine? It's like trying to fish for compliments. He's like, "Can you imagine if somebody had this?"
Are there any in this picture that you don't have?
No, I have them all. Actually, I have 2 of the 2020 suits. One Bodega Cat. I have 3. I had 3 Miles. I have 2 displayed. Mark IVs. I have 2. Zombie Hunter. I have 2. These I got 3. The deluxe Night Monkey. I got 2. This one I got obviously the 1.0 and the 2.0. This one I got like 3 of them. This one I got like 3 or 4. Integrated I got 1. Classic I got 1. I got 2 actually, and then whatever it is back here. So yeah, so I got multiples of every single one.
But as I pointed out on one of the pages, Spidey's hand is a little low right here. Looks like he's cupping the butt.
Right there?
Yep. He's catching a feel. He's going to get canceled.
I don't think it will be too difficult to get the Spider-Man on Sideshow. I think the community... Yes. So that is... I believe that also. I think that a lot of people are can't justify the price point for what it is. A lot of people are just pretty much saying, and I was one of them, it's just a very plain Spider-Man. The only difference pretty much is the suit and the eyes. But there's going to be nothing, crazy about it. Nothing too like, oh my God, about it. But exactly what William said. It's the exclusivity. Not everybody's going to get one. And this is what a lot of people, at least for the past 4 or 5 years in the community, everybody's, they should reissue this, they should reissue that, everybody should have one. Well, it's becoming I don't think the whole Hot Toys game is going to be exclusive, but it's getting more exclusive pieces thrown into the regular releases. And I think, and I told you guys this is going to happen when I first saw the Anakin, and here we are. What do you think of that, William? What is your take on what's happening with all these exclusive pieces? How Hot Toys is suddenly, which is again what I told you guys would happen, they're making pieces constantly now that are very limited. Obviously for pretty much double the amount of any other Hot Toys. What do you think of them going that route now?
I don't mind it. Because if something is, a lot of my collection is things where you're less likely to see it in somebody else's collection. Right. I like having more unique stuff, not because, it makes me stand out, but it just makes me feel happier with my collection. Like the custom figures, the one-offs, the ones I've done myself, it's just, I like stuff like that. And to counter the increasing price point, we also have them lowering the price point now for their new line of the Hono or whatever it's called. And
right, we're getting into that,
especially if they keep moving that line and expanding it with entry-level pricing, then having exclusive ones with a higher price point that are, more exclusive, more unique, more bells and whistles and gimmicks and all that stuff. I definitely won't mind then, because then it's like, okay, you can get, Wolverine right here, or you can get Wolverine, from Deadpool 3 that I'm sure will be hella expensive with multiple head sculpts and multiple claws and probably different arms. And depending on how many different Wolverines we see in the movie, might have all kinds of different with it. And it's like, oh, it's 400 plus tax shipping and etc. exclusive version with the base and this,
Right.
or $120 for this Wolverine that's on the screen right now. It's like, it's just like you have Anakin with the stap that's going for really cheap, and without the stap selling for sometimes as low as about $120 I've seen in a lot of the groups.
Yep.
And so then you have that option, or you have the artisan version. So it's like, artisan sells out, instantly, obviously, how this one did. You still have other options for that character. When they have options for the characters, it's like, okay, well, you still can do something else. And if people really are cool with spending that much on it, then they can hunt for it in the secondary market. And, if, I don't know, it's like the stock market.
Pop Culture Relics, welcome, my friend. Thank you for being here. We have Mr. Mom says, I think people are rushing to judgment and crapping on it because it's being released in a quick turnaround and it's catching people off guard. Yeah, I mean, I definitely didn't know it was already out shipping that Spider-Man. That's number one. Number two, I mentioned this again multiple times. Hot Toys could give us any figure that is crap, tweak it, make it look fancy, and sell it to us for $400 something, like the Spider-Man. And what are you going to do? Right? It's limited. It's basic. There's nothing crazy about it. But do you want to be one of the people who has the exclusive figure or not? Right? That's what it comes down to at the end of the day. But William, getting into this Wolverine, you mentioned something earlier, and I thought it was very interesting what you mentioned. So, explain to them what you think this line is all about when you saw what the price was going to be.
Are you talking about the undercutting one?
This one, yeah, the Wolverine.
Because of So Toys and shoot, what was that other company? Starts with a P. It's on the tip of my tongue.
Which one? Premium Toys?
Premium or whatever it's called.
Premier.
Yeah. They have their line of Marvel coming out, the mutants and Magneto.
Oh, present toys and So Toys.
Present toys. So you have So with their price point. You have present toys with their price point. And not only are they have those price points, they're also unlicensed. And they have their bottom line. They have how much they can spend on a figure with making a profit. And then you have a larger company like Hot Toys, that has different margins, different scale, different everything, and it's licensed, comes in with this price point that the Hong Kong dollar equivalent to US is around 125. So all of theirs that I've seen are 200 plus. And most places aren't offering free shipping the way that, Kit Chen does, or the Toys for Kidults, where they have the standard shipping built into their price structure. And so you have, So Toys has had some decent looking figures. That Gambit was real nice.
Very good.
The head was way better than the Sideshow Monkey Ears one. Yeah. And, it's just like the Sideshow Wolverines. They're nice for what they are. But when you put this next to it and this one looks better for less than half the price,
right?
Which one are you going to go with? You're getting quality for, a decent price. And that's what their entry-level pricing is, I believe, designed to undercut those other companies that are producing these without a license and, will drive the sales down for these third-party companies, because why would I want to give them money if I can get a quality figure for less?
Right.
And if people actually order the hell out of this figure, then, you know, they'll just keep expanding the line. And, you know, it comes with, you know, just a couple hands because you don't need 50. You really don't.
Right.
And,
Exactly.
and it's like, you know, it doesn't come with an unmasked head sculpt because 9 times out of 10, if you want an unmasked Wolverine, you're looking for Hugh Jackman, not a comic book one.
Right.
And so it's like you throw this out there, and especially if it comes in a nice little slim box where the shipping is less, or, you know, just like in the foam, the way that you get a lot of these third-party figures where it's bare minimum because
Right.
most people don't give a crap about how it looks inside the clamshell.
Absolutely.
Like, ooh, look, it like overlaps. Like, okay, cool. It's little foam inserts. It fits. You bring it out. He's ready to go. And at 125, you know, tax, shipping, Sideshow markup. If you buy it from Sideshow, it's probably at most 175. And
Right.
when it's still less than half price of a lot of modern figures, especially if you are buying it straight from an overseas seller where you're getting it, you know, probably closer to the 130 to 150 range, then I believe these are going to sell a lot and force So and Present Toys to try to lower their prices if they want to keep in the mutant game, especially. And if they lower their prices and they have lower margins, you know, if you don't, you know, for people, if you watch a lot of Shark Tank, you hear, you know, margins and, you know, stuff like Sideshow can afford to lose money putting out a figure at this price point if it draws them sales overall.
Yeah, but they're not losing money. They're not selling anything at a loss. Believe me when I tell you,
Well,
even those discounts, they're not losing money. Absolutely not.
right. But back in the day, like Xbox, the original Xbox, Microsoft sold that at a loss.
Well, so does PlayStation. They always sell the consoles at a
Yes.
loss.
Yeah, I know. Because they want your continued business
From the games.
to buy the games and accessories.
Right.
And it's just like how you said, you know, they wouldn't sell this at a loss. But if they sell it, even if they're just making a smidge, you're coming back
Right.
and possibly expanding to other options, other, you know, other figures, more the higher price exclusive ones, you know, because, you know, you dip your toe in the water.
Right.
And it's just
You
like
it.
if I bought somebody a hot toy as a gift, they're way more likely to want a second one because they have it in hand. But not wanting to drop $300-400 on something if you've never physically seen one in real life, then it's like,
Right.
you know, because like, if you had never seen one, like people when they see pictures of mine, they're like, "Holy crap, that looks real!" And it's like, yeah, that's the point.
That's the point. Now, question for you. So, all right. So I'm looking at these pictures here, and I just keep seeing, you know, Hono Studio, but I don't see anything Hot Toys. So, is this a collab? Because again, we should have the Hot Toys logo somewhere in the pictures. So, is this strictly Hono Studios that Hot Toys is number one working with, or is it a company that they decided to open up to do these types of pieces? Because I've never heard of Hono. If they're old and they've been around, I have no idea who they are.
Yeah, I've never
But
seen the name.
yeah, I've never seen it. So, but my thing is, again, because there's nothing attached to Hot Toys in any of these images, besides the fact that these images are found on the Hot Toys page, right? That's the only indication that I have that it has to do with Hot Toys. Besides that, there's no trademarking, there's no labels, there's no icons of Hot Toys anywhere. So, does this mean that this is just a company making these figures for cheap under the name of Hot Toys, or, you know, under the blessing of Hot Toys? Or is it Hot Toys that just, again, opened up a new company and called it that, Hono Studio, just, you know, for whatever reason? But again, there's no Hot Toys name on any of this. So I don't understand what this is going to be. Look, even the box, there's no Hot Toys logo anywhere. Nothing on here. Very basic. everything.
If I had to guess, Hot Toys created a separate company. The
That's what I
same
think too. That's what I think.
that like you look at Gap and Old Navy, they're the same company.
And
It's the
Banana
same
Republic.
clothes.
Banana
And
Republic.
Banana Republic is the third one on there. It's like Ford, Lincoln, Mercury, and Chevy, GMC, and Cadillac.
Yep.
You have the tiers, and the pricing goes with them, but they're diversified where they are a separate LLC and everything else, because if that company were to fail, you can declare bankruptcy. You can liquidate.
And another thing is, right, piggybacking to your point is, you're saying if the company fails, but also if the company is crap, you're not attaching it to Hot Toys.
Yeah. And
so that's smart.
It's like you buy if everyone, does business for it, then, it's just how like Old Navy and Gap are open in the same mall.
Right. Exactly.
And they're not competitors, but, they both want your business.
Correct.
And if it's just like when Honda or Nissan had their little Versa, the bare minimum car where it barely had airbags and all that crap, and it was like $9,000 for a brand new vehicle.
I remember.
And that was in like 2015. Everyone was like, "Holy crap, it's only 10 Gs." Well, yeah, because I don't even think it had a radio. It had like next to nothing in it.
Yeah.
And
it was like a shell of a car.
Right. And so it's like, you buy this figure, it has, the bare bones of what you need, even though it does have swappable mouth plates and all that stuff. But, it does have a couple bells, to get your attention and to show you, hey, you do have options. It's not a statue, it's still a figure.
Right.
But because in the O of the Hono logo, it does have the Hot Toys fire.
Fire, correct. I did see that.
And so it's like, they're homaging to themselves, and it has the fire colors.
Right.
And what does Hono mean?
I would think that's Japanese.
Yeah, I'm looking for the translation right now.
Yeah, I would think that's a Japanese word, but I don't know what it means. But question for you.
Yes.
So now getting into the actual figure, what do you think, the arms? I love these arms. They're beautiful. The arms, the material of the outfit, the boots, the color, the paint application, and the 3 mouthpieces that you see, obviously for the different expressions. And how do you feel about this texture here? Because it looks very textured. I don't know if that's on purpose. I don't know if they did that to make it look, more, I don't know. Because Wolverine,
I haven't disliked anything about the figure yet. Obviously in hand might be different, but
correct.
The texture on the mask makes it look like it's more leathery, more, likely to be a costume, not plastic, not, foam, where it's like, this is like something somebody would actually wear out in real life.
Right.
And Hono, it means flame.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. So
in what, Japanese, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go. Hot. Hono means hot. That's exactly.
So it's, if the flame works properly, it'll spark the fire and get you to buy more crap.
Absolutely. And if they keep making, entire lines like this at $120, forget it.
Yeah. Because that's what got a lot of people into collecting back in the day, was the price was more approachable from the entry level. Yep. And so now them having this entry level price point, it's, people were ragging on the claws, and it's like, obviously you haven't looked at a lot of comics.
The claws are amazing. I love the claws.
And right. But they're longer than his forearm, and they sheath into his forearm. And
my God, people, it's a comic. It's a cartoon.
And that's why when the first X-Men movie came out with Hugh Jackman, people were like, the claws aren't very long. And it's like, well, they go into his arm, right. And, everything with the MCU, they have to make it look as real or believable as possible without being, the first one's always free. But
Exactly.
in the comic, you're not thinking about it. It's like you read shit in comic. Excuse my language. I'm not trying to get you demonetized or anything. But you read things in the comic and it's on paper. You don't think twice. You see it on a toy, and it's like, well, you're trying to make this look real. Why isn't it real? Because it's a comic book. And it's just I know you probably haven't seen it, but did you watch the Marvels?
No, but I will see it this weekend because it's up on my Plex.
Yeah, so they referenced Ronin's weapon, the hammer thing.
The hammer, yes.
It's called like the universal weapon or something, or universal something. And it's like when most likely not John Byrne,
Star-Lord?
No, I'm talking about comic book creators.
Oh, okay.
Stan Lee and Jack Kirby. When Jack Kirby is most likely the one who either named this hammer or designed it, you read on the paper in 1960 the universal hammer or universal weapon. You're like, ooh. Somebody says it out loud, and it's like, universal weapon. Just how like when you just like Star Wars names, you just throw letters at the paper, and it's like Obi-Wan. Right. Sometimes they sound right saying it out loud. But the first time you hear Qui-Gon Jinn, it's like,
well, the first time I tried to pronounce it, I was like, "What's happening?" Because the way it's written, it's like, "What? How do you even say this?"
Especially if English isn't your first language.
Correct.
It's
if you're Mexican first, it's even harder.
Calm down.
So wait. So going back to the actual aesthetics of the figure, what do you think?
I like it.
Tell me about the arms. What do you think of the arms? So we have seamless arms, obviously, and they look really good because even bent, they don't look like they're folding at the forearm like all these other bodies do.
Yeah.
So what do you think of
it? I think that it's a good look. They look like real arms.
Yep.
I've never been afraid to pose my figures. So it's like I have a Peacemaker up there and his arm is flexed right now. And I don't go over and look at it and be like, oh my God, is it going to rip? It's either it is or it isn't. And if it's going to deteriorate, not folding it isn't going to make it last longer. It's just you're not going to know that it's ready to die.
Correct. And the moment you do bend it, that's when it'll crack.
Yeah, it's just like that Ghost Rider that I got out of the box. It had zero flaking until I touched it.
Right.
And then like the bottom of it rubbed off and the collar rubbed off when I was pulling out the battery thing for the neck. And it's like, I told the seller, and I think he freaked out thinking that I was trying to get my money back. It's like, you didn't send me a flaked figure saying that it wasn't flaked.
Right.
It just flaked. I was just letting him know because I was very weary when he was like, oh, nope, zero issues, because he's from Michigan. I was like, Michigan has pretty high humidity, man. And he's like, I have a dehumidifier. My any humidity. And I was like,
Yeah, no, it happens. It's very true. That stuff happens. Carlito says Hot Toys wants to dominate 100% of they're going to do it. They're getting there.
Every company in any field wants 100%.
Correct.
And you're always striving for the 100 because then whatever your market share is hopefully more than somebody else, because there's always options. And that's why, third-party figures flourished for so long,
right?
Is because, there might not have been licensed options, but they were still throwing options at the wall.
Yep.
And we'll get into a couple more of those figures here after Wolverine, I think, if I remember correctly, for our itinerary for today.
Yeah, so this was the next one, and then we have, let me see.
I know Doom.
Which one?
Were we talking about Doom or no?
Doom.
Dr. Doom.
Oh, Dr. Doom. No, because he's already out. We're talking about this guy, and it was this guy.
Yeah, those claws like that being so big is
beautiful.
It's comic book perspective where it's it's coming at you, and it's just like how you don't take pictures of somebody from the top down because they'll look tiny. Yep, or you take it laying on the ground and it's like, why your legs look like they're 7 feet tall? And it's like, it's perspective, and you have fun with it because it's a comic book.
Yeah, so we're gonna go over the Hot Toys, Tokyo Comic Con images, because there's a lot of stuff, that happened. Did you see these yet or no?
Yes.
You did. Okay. So we're gonna go over them real quickly, guys. Just because I haven't even seen them. I saw that they were posted in the group. Guys, if you haven't joined the group, 16 Evolution on Facebook, also 16 Evolution HT on Reddit. So we just went over this guy. For those who just came in, Hono stands for flame, so it's Hot Toys 2.0. Probably a different company that owned by, I'm going to say this is like Hot Toys' third party company. So here is the Mark 7 that's been out. The W, was it a celebration piece? This is Spider-Man we talked about. This is the Loki with the throne. I think we're gonna get the new Loki throne as well, the one from the show. Here's the Mark 6 with the diorama. This thing is beautiful. I can't wait for this thing. What do you think? Are you getting any of these or not?
Well, the Spider-Man.
That's it?
Probably the Wolverine.
And the Wolverine. None of the mainstream ones, right?
Well, I have a throne already for Loki.
That third party throne, right?
Yeah, the Toys box, Odin's throne.
Uh-huh.
And my one Iron Man is my holographic one with the holographic head.
Yep.
You
have it like automatic light up with the clapper now. It's like,
yep.
It's like everything lights up.
And that one, when I got that for $50, and I showed my wife how much they cost, because she was like, another hot toy. But I was like, look how much it is on the website. Look how much I paid. And she was like, oh.
Keep collecting then.
And it was like, huh. Like, it's a little bit more justifiable there. But what I will say about these pictures is it's interesting how many they have on display versus how many they had teased previously, where they have culled some of them down. Like when we get to some of the Marvel ones, I'll be able to, talk about that a little bit more. I don't want to get ahead of the pictures.
Yeah, true. Hold on. I got to say hello to the Thor because he,
yeah.
Welcome, my friend. Thank you for being here. So here we go. So this is the entire Obi-Wan line here, and some Mando stuff and some Ahsoka stuff. So here is the Obi-Wan. Obviously, this is the original one, right? The first one. This is nothing new.
Yeah, it's funny that they would show the Revenge of the Sith Obi-Wan there when they have the other Obi-Wan in a different display.
Yep.
Oh, because it's not a movie masterpiece; it's a TV show. But they have Sabine and Ahsoka for the movie masterpiece. I don't understand. Whatever.
Yeah, no, I think what they try to do is, everything Star Wars together, under one. Then you got what's his name?
Chopper.
You have Sabine. You have, this is the Chrome. This is the regular one. This is the Beskar.
Yeah,
this is Beskar. This is the new Rex. This is the white Ahsoka, the white Ahsoka, however you want to say it. These are all old, looks like, except obviously the ones we didn't get yet. This is Batman and the Flash. Everything else is Flash except this guy. Here's the bike. Here's the bat signal. Are you excited for any of these?
Well, my Keaton Batman, because I have my 89 coffee table,
Uh-huh.
I have the new 89 Batman and the Flash Keaton both on pre-order. The Battinson, I kind of want him, and I'm hoping to snag him on the cheap later on, especially when all the InArt fanboys start crying and it's like, this is so much better than the Pattinson, and then be like, oh, let's clearance out our Pattinsons from our collections, and then I scoop them up. But
he gets them from 119, so he could sell them for 120. So did you see how many different looks you could get out of this Barry Allen figure?
I know that deluxe comes with the young Ezra head sculpt, and
you're not interested in any of those?
No.
Oh, really? You didn't like the movie, I guess?
Oh, I love the movie.
Oh, you like?
I had a lot of fun at the movie.
Yeah, I saw the movie like 3 times already.
Yeah, I bought it when it came out on digital. We saw it in theater.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it, but I don't know. It's the whole Snyder Justice League thing. I've gone back and forth of wanting the figures and not wanting the figures, and it's like, I was really hoping they were gonna release those Bat Armors that they teased for the Vault. All the 89 Batman.
Oh,
armors,
yeah. All those suits,
one,
yeah.
the desert one, the blue and gray. I was like, hell yeah. But it turns
Wolverine is up for pre-order, it looks like.
Let's look at the price then.
Yeah, let's check. Let's check it quickly.
Those bastards, I RSVP'd. They were supposed to tell me.
No, they don't tell you nothing. They don't tell you nothing.
Oh, it says coming soon.
Oh, it's not up yet.
Oh, you click on it. It says pre-order 160.
160?
Yeah.
That's not bad.
Yeah, so tax and shipping on that probably 180.
Yeah, it'll be 200.
No.
Yeah, tax and shipping? At least for me, tax $20 shipping, it's 180, and then tax it's 200.
No, your math is not math.
Well, I'm not saying literally, I don't mean 200.0. That's not what I mean, but it's going to be about $200.
180.
There you go, 180. Shipping to me is $20 and then plus tax. So mine's going to be 190 something. But yeah, crazy. I mean, unless they charge less than $20 for shipping, which I doubt.
Well,
that's nice, man. So, see, 6 scale figure by Hono Studios. So they're not even telling you Hot Toys anything.
Okay, shipping for me is $13.98. Tax is $8. Okay. It's $182.19 all in.
So less than what do you call it? So less than $20. That's not bad.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, if that line continues, this is going to be the third party of Hot Toys. But the fact is that nothing's third party. It's all licensed stuff from Hot Toys and just going to be cheaper. It's going to get crazy. So the brokies actually get, collect now because they can't find excuses to, oh, well, this is expensive. Now you guys could get whatever the hell you want at those prices.
It's also a $16 deposit. So it's like, that's way more enticing to somebody. Correct. And I also happen to have, like $50 in rewards that I could just throw on it.
Oh my gosh, you would get the figure for free.
But if I wait till it goes in stock, then I get my military discount.
Yeah, but if you wait for it to go in stock, it'll never go in stock because it'll say waitlisted, and then you'll never get it.
I know.
That's annoying. That's why I thought the sideshow thing is so stupid. So here, guys, we have the what is not Into the Spider-Verse? It's Across the Spider-Verse line here. So we got Spider-Gwen, we got 2099, we got Spider-Punk, we got Miles back here. We got Miles, what is it? Miles B. Morales, they called this one.
Yeah.
And then you got the Venom from Spider-Man 2 video game. You got 2.0 here. You got Black Spider-Man suit here. You got Miles Morales back here. I wish Miles would have had a set of legs too. I don't know why, but I think he deserved them. Especially, with the Venom power. I think he should have come out with some cool stuff. So here, guys, we have the Spider-Man line, the No Way Home line, all of it. We got Toby. We got Andrew. We got Integrated. We got the new one that's coming soon, that classic look suit that's not out yet. We got Hobo that's coming soon, apparently. We got Doc Ock, and we got Spider-Man 3. What do you call it? Black suit Spider-Man. William, any of these?
Nope.
Not getting any, or you don't like any?
Oh, I if I could, I would get all of them, but I don't have the space for that. My Spider-Man stuff is very limited because I am controlling the rabbit hole without just falling down Alice in Wonderland style.
That's crazy. They're controlling the rabbit hole.
Yes.
Out of all these, which one's your favorite? If you had to only pick one.
I would say the Garfield.
Garfield.
Andrew
really?
Garfield. I really enjoyed those movies, and the way what they did with them in No Way Home, it always felt like they did him dirty. Sony did with the rushing of the Amazing Spider-Man 2 and then not going forward with Spider-Man 3.
Yeah. Hey, were they supposed to do that? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Because they've always had to do the whole we have to produce movies or the rights go back to Marvel.
Gotcha.
And so it's, Amazing Spider-Man made a lot of money, and then Amazing Spider-Man 2 made less because they were doing the classic thing of rush it and throw as many characters in as humanly possible.
Gotcha.
Because they were trying to rush a Sinister Six. And, you finally kind of got a Sinister Six in No Way Home because it was 20 years worth of movies and it wasn't rushed. And it made a crap ton of money.
Right. That makes sense. Yeah, I didn't know that. That's why I was asking.
Yeah.
I really like the suit on the Andrew suit. Yeah, it's a different type of suit. Now, William, Ant-Man, are you getting any of these?
Nope.
None. Do you like the MODOK?
I think it looks hilarious.
Like in a bad way or a good way?
In a good way.
Yeah, I love the thing.
It looks just like the movie.
Yep, literally.
And, people cried about MODOK in that movie, and it's like, how are you expecting to get a MODOK?
Right.
And it's like, yeah, you have another robot head thing. Armin Zola was in Captain America, but they had him in the computer. So you didn't have a head walking around inside of a TV. But, like I said, it's another one of those, it looks great on paper, but then the relaying it to real life, you have MODOK. They made it look just like the comic, and people are like, it looks silly. And it's like, it's a freaking giant head.
Exactly.
Inside a robot suit. And it's like, oh, it wasn't done, They'll
always complain about something.
Exactly. And you're damned if you do, damned if you don't.
Correct.
And yeah, it falls underneath the whole the umbrella of, we rushed a lot of things.
Right. But what about the Kang? You like the Kang?
I really like the Kang.
Yeah, you like the both heads, or you like this one better?
I like both. I like the blue head specifically just because it's straight comic book feels.
Correct. That's what's cool about it. And that's why it's like, this head sculpt is beautiful, but that blue one is also really nice. So it's like, man, do you need two of these? They're gonna make so many different versions of this guy, Kang, I think, at least.
I don't know. His court case right now is not looking very good for him.
Oh, I forget about that stuff.
Yeah, it's in court this week, and the victim testified, and it's not a good look at all.
Yeah, that's not good.
There's recordings, there's history,
he's done then. He's done.
Yeah, and that's why all the Disney pivot plans where Disney's like, we haven't made a decision, but they have plans of action where, the easy thing would just be, different variants look different.
Right.
But, the other way would just be like, okay, well, we averted disaster because Loki fixed everything at the end of Loki season 2. The variants are now cut back off. We're under control. And, now we can have Galactus or Doctor Doom or, a million other things.
Yeah. Look at the total. 188. Look, almost 200, like I said. Unbelievable. Then we have Doctor Strange. We have we got a mix of everything. So did you order any of these, or are you ordering any of these? So we got Moon Knight, we got Daredevil in yellow, we got Sylvie, we got Mantis, we got Black Panther female, we got Winter Soldier Bucky, we got Captain America, Falcon, we got Doctor Strange from the Doctor Strange MOM, and then obviously the artisan, what's her name? Wanda. So any of these?
Well, we have Sylvie in my wife's Loki setup. I had Moon Knight, and I recently sold him.
Well, you didn't like it, or you just didn't need it?
I dedicated the space to the Hulk and Banner that I got off of eBay. What?
No. I'm reading the Thor's message. He's like, why?
I was like, what's wrong with my eBay find?
No. He's saying
I made a low ball offer and the dude accepted it, and I was like, oh shit.
Really?
And I was like, ooh.
Fabs, I may get that MODOK and have my son 3D print a faceplate of you, so you my MODOK. This guy, $16 deposit, unheard of. Yep, it's crazy, right?
So with this picture right here specifically, they only have Mantis from Guardians of the Galaxy,
which is weird.
So it's like, okay, are you just trying to do one figure to represent the series, but you're not teasing any of those other ones anymore that haven't been released? Because if you're trying to ride the hype train, put Drax.
Right.
The Drax that everyone wants, because they don't have a Drax. That jacked off third-party one is just, somewhere up in the ether. Maybe it'll come out sometime, who knows? Or you could go backwards like I did and find a deal on Guardians 1 Drax.
Right.
But it's like you have Mantis teased there when she has the Christmas one that's already sold out or waitlisted, whatever. Right. And so then you tease a different one of her, but none of the other ones. And it's like, okay, that's a choice. But you have, two from Falcon and the Winter Soldier together. And then you have pictures like this where it's 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 figures from the same show, side by side. And it's like you could have had more Guardians.
Yep.
Having the full team in one picture would look pretty badass.
Yep, exactly. And more appealing for people.
Yeah.
Yeah. So here we got another lineup of a bunch of shows. You got Obi-Wan. You got not Obi-Wan, you got Boba Fett. Obi-Wan. You got Boba Fett, the Book of Boba Fett. You got Chrome Mando here. You got all these people. This one's not out yet. Everything else is out, which is the IG-12 is not out yet, which is beautiful. I can't wait for that IG-12, to be honest. Then we got the Obi-Wan show. Literally everywhere. Obi-Wan looks amazing here from far away. He looks really good here.
Yeah, the close-ups, you could tell they tweaked the face.
Oh, really?
Yeah. There's other pictures.
Yeah, no, I know. You can't see it from here. But yeah, here's what is this? The third sister, the fifth sister, the fourth sister?
It's the all in the family.
Then you got the Grand Inquisitor, you got Reva, you got the fifth brother. You got, I forget this guy. I always forget this guy's name, this trooper's
Purge Trooper.
Purge Trooper. And then you got the Anakin, the battle damage helmet, Anakin, Darth Vader. These things look so good together. I feel bad for anybody missing out on these. Very red. Here we got Attack of the Clones, the Django, C-3PO. Padme looks amazing here. She doesn't look so soft like she did in those promo pictures. We got R2. We got Mace. We got Clone. We got this guy. That was his name?
Dooku.
Count Dooku. And then you got the B2 battle droid. Let me see.
But that trooper just looks like he's about to murk Dooku right there, just like the gun.
This one?
Yeah, no, this one trooper
right here.
The perspective makes it look like it's against the fucking side of his head. And he's just pow.
Can you imagine?
I won the war.
Then we got DC guys. We got a lot of Batman. So I saw this and I was like, there's absolutely no way they're remaking this. It doesn't look like they are. I was
even has the old base, the classic.
That's exactly what gave it away. I was like, they're not using those bases now. So I was like, this is old. They just put it in there as a filler. And another thing with the Bat Armory, this is the old one as well. This is not the new one. The new one's clear. This is the stone one from the second movie.
Yeah.
So they're just putting, this Joker, this has been gone for how many years already. So they just added a bunch of stuff here just to make it look nice. But it does look beautiful. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Looks gorgeous. No complaints whatsoever. And here we got the One Piece stuff. Luffy and whatever his name is. Forget his name. And look at the back. This could be a little hint at what's coming, or are these just playing cards? It looks like they're playing cards. See, I don't know anything about this show, so crazy.
I tried to watch it and it didn't work out.
It didn't work out. So it's not good at all.
We didn't make it through the first episode.
Oh my God.
It was a little slow for my tastes.
That's
but
horrible.
I never watched the anime either, so I didn't have the anime hate that everyone else had.
Right.
So I was going in with an open mind, and I was like,
And here we have, guys, the Kamen Rider Black Sun guys. So we got the bike, and we got the silver one, we got the black one. I can't wait to get these figures. I didn't pre-order any of this stuff, but you better believe that I will get them eventually with that bike. They look beautiful. To have those grasshopper looking things in your collection, beautiful. Also, guys, real quickly, before we get off, wanted to go over this figure here. William said he was very excited for this. So, William, what do you think of it?
I believe that is an very nice representation of the animated series Batman. Specifically, it looks like the look from the Superman Batman cartoon movie. Oh, that was a noise. Where it's that logo with that look plus the Superman that they teased the other day. For somebody like me who grew up watching Batman the animated series,
yep,
it really hits home with me. I've always wanted a look like this without the horrible joints. Where the Mondo ones, they're great for what they are, but to me they look like a toy.
Right.
And yes, he does have the animated style face, but with the full cloth costume, I like the switchable hands where it's the whole gauntlet. So you still have the seamless look for those different hands, all the different accessories, 4 different heads with 5 different mouths and all that crap, where you can have a lot of different display options. And the price wasn't that bad.
How much was it? Do you remember?
I think it was like $180.
No, it's not bad. It comes with a lot of stuff, it looks like, too.
And the Superman one, after the first 4 or 5 days of it being up for pre-order, they said if you are doing a pre-order in the next month, you get a free wired cape that comes with it for the first.
Oh, I did see that. Yeah.
And so people are expecting that Batman is going to have the same, pre-order bonus thrown in with it if you order before a certain point. If they don't do it, they didn't announce it, so people are just wishful thinking.
Right.
But it's just, those look great together side by side right there. Kevin Conroy, the voice of Batman, unfortunately, he did pass not too long ago from his battle with cancer, but that was my voice for Batman for years. I think I saw the Batman animated series before I saw Batman 89. Because my parents wouldn't let me watch it. My family was in Germany at the time because my dad was stationed there because he was in the army. And I guess the stuff with Joker mass murdering people in the museum and stuff, they thought wasn't appropriate for a small child to watch.
This guy.
Yeah, but to me, and even though, just looking at this figure, I hear Kevin Conroy's voice in my head and he continued that voice in freaking tons of video games and animated films and stuff like that. Even as recently as, he did the Arkham Knight games and all those things. And then
I remember that.
The CW on that Crisis on Infinite Earths crossover thing, he actually got to play a live action Batman wearing the full frame metal skeleton on the outside of his body, like from another classic comic book called Kingdom Come. So he actually got to play live action Bruce Wayne in a show, which was pretty neat, of watching him do the Batman voice.
Yeah, I remember.
So
no, it's great. I mean, they look great. I like the figures. They look great. I would never, buy them, even though same thing. I grew up watching the shows. I remember after school, every single day, the Batman show would be on literally every day. I would sit down, watch that, the Gargoyles as well. I remember every time after school. But these looks for me, like from, to have in my collection, I don't really, it's not something that's appealing to me, but I do think they look great. And one more thing, guys, before we get out of here. So it looks like Hot Toys, like I told you guys they would. Here is the they fixed the what do you call it? The label on the base of the Wolverine. So I told you exactly what they were going to do. It was literally all they got to do is send out the labels, the little sticker that goes on the base. That is the easiest fix. That it was the only way to fix it. It was either do that or don't fix it at all. And just like I told you, here it is. Here is the label. So again, it's all sticker stuff. So all you got to do is either glue it or tape it back on, whatever, however they set it up for you to do.
Double-sided tape on the back.
So there you go. So it's very easy to fix. 1, 2, 3. And also, let me see real quickly, just so I don't talk about. Yeah, we'll talk about this tomorrow, because we got a whole bunch of stuff to talk about tomorrow as well. And then we did it, guys. William, you have anything else you want to tell them? Anything coming in and figure related? Anything that you're doing with your collection?
Nope.
Nope. All right, guys. Well, there you have it. He said nope. So
right from the not a collector's mouth.
All right, guys. So thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for being here. I appreciate you guys for staying. We'll be back tomorrow. I'll post the time. We're still playing that game with the other channel. So I'll let you guys know. Obviously, when I post it, you guys will know. William will be back tomorrow as well. Mike will be here. Hopefully we'll have, Lucho coming in. We'll see who else comes in. But stay tuned for that, guys. And as always, thank you guys for watching. And I'll see you in the next one.